Alaikum, brothers and sisters. It's David Hodge. Welcome. This is a continuation of the 7 churches exposed. Today's topic, Satan. Alright, brothers and sisters. Before we get started, I'd like to address today's fraudcast. You know, it's hard to believe sometimes that, man, these people up here just lying. Telling lie after lie after lie after lie after lie. And it's incredible that they sit up there talking about lying and how it's, you're held accountable for your actions and no one can get away with this. And, still in the message again, speaking about consequence. You see, you reap what you sow. Every action has a reaction. Sitting up there talking about liars, and thieves, robbers, and, complete contradiction to what they're preaching. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They're preaching these things, and it's a contradiction because that's exactly what they're doing. Lying. Robbing God. Lying to the people. You see? Misleading them. Confusing them. You see? And speaking on the behalf of a son of a devil, a demon. Protecting a demon. And trying to build his name and, keeping his name, trying to polish his name up as good as possible, even though you can't polish shit, you see? Trying to keep his name honorable, but it was never nothing honorable about it, you see? Trying to make him credible and make it sound like he's the man and he's God's man, he's the Messiah, and he speaks to God and, you see what I'm saying? But he never tells you nothing. Say, why do they love the devil? Same as demons. You see, because, right. The demon is the son of a devil. And they said, why you love the devil? Because the devil gives you nothing. You see? So that's what's going on every day. Nothing over there at the Fraudcast, at the NOI backwards. Because it's turned backwards. It was destroyed by Farrakhan and Wallace. They were the ones who destroyed it. And he's not speaking to God. He's not God's man. You see? He's a fraud. He's an FBI agent. He's an informant. He's a wheelchair-bound, cursed coward. A punk. You see? A loser. A liar. You see? And he can't do nothing for you because he can't even help himself. Your whole insides is blown up. You see? They scooped you up, scooped you out, scooped your insides out. You see? As a warning to you. You see? And there wasn't no God around to help you there, was it? Because he was the one that did it to you. He allowed it to happen. Right? Either way it go, it's crazy that they just sit up there lying like they do, man. It's a lot. It's like, whoa. Our people are in need of information. In need for the information of the time. In need of the truth for this time. And you have them telling them that the Quran is the greatest light for this time, which is a damn lie. So don't listen to the people that's talking about the Bible. Don't listen to the people that's speaking about the Bible. You see, because what other book has this in it that says that this book has no lies in it, don't have no this in it. You see, that this book has no flaws. It's 100% this and that. You see, but that book is outdated. It's a good book, but it's not for this time. That was 1,500 years ago. That was a book for that time, during that period. And now, we're in the time of the Injil. We're in all books. You see? We're in the Bible. You see? The greatest life of this time. Which, if you look at what's going on around you, those things are coming into focus. You see? That's what the messenger of the covenant been doing. 30 plus years. You see, making it a reality. And they talking about the Quran is the greatest light for this time, and they can't even tell you what's going on now. You see? You have Ishmael, clown dummy. Can't even get certain things right about Easter. He's talking about Easter or something, right? About the resurrection of Jesus Christ and how Easter never shows up on the same day every year. But neither does your birthday. That's an easy calculation. So you just put these things together and say, man, are you serious? You see? You're full of shit. You see? And then you're talking about good Christians. Oh, unless you're a good Christian. Ain't no good Christians. You see? Ain't no good Christians. The Christians are the ones who brought us here. Snatchers here and the devils. They was Christians who took us from our land and brought us here, raped and murdered and committed genocide on us. Try to wipe us out completely. Those are the Christians. Ain't no good Christian. You see? If you're a Christian, then you're a damn fool. You see? Our people are lost from the lack of knowledge. They're conditioned. They're programmed. Ain't no good Christian. You see? That's like saying, well, that's good pork. Oh, that's a good pork over there. Ain't no damn good pork. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no good pork. You see? Then you got him praying. What are you praying for? I thought you was a God. So who you praying to? You praying to God? Saying God wake you up? No, you wake your damn self up. Ain't nobody woke you up. You see? But I thought you were a God. You see? But y'all praying to mystery gods. You ran it on for, I don't know, like 2-3 minutes. You was praying your ass off. That's what you do? Praying, wishing and hoping and praying. We know nothing has ever come into existence from prayer. Not one thing. And you sitting up there praying. And it said we pray. The thing is, if you're claiming that your God is, you claiming that the God is Master Prophet Muhammad, right? But then you're praying. So who you praying to? You can't be praying to him. You see? And then y'all say that the God prays. You see? And he making wounds in the baby. And nothing happened without the will of Allah. And you can't breathe or exhale, inhale without Allah's permission. You see? Which is all crap. You see? You can't do nothing without the will of Allah. You see? So you might as well see, none of that stuff even makes sense. You see? None of that stuff makes sense. And then y'all trying to claim like you're helping people. Like you know what's going on. Like stealing this message, trying to explain it like, hey, what you see going on over there is coming this way. It's coming to America. Well, when the hell did that? Whoever said that? You see? Who was the only one saying that? The messenger of the covenant? For 30 plus years? Now all of a sudden, now all these things, this was happening, it's coming over here. But what happened to y'all cheering on America? What happened to y'all saving America? The repentance of America? What happened to not leaving, right? If you're not leaving, then stuff coming over here, then how the hell will you be protected from it? You see? And then you're telling people to stock up on food, which is making you a target for when the situation of famine comes about. When all these things do happen and there's no food over here, you're making them a target because we know damn well if nobody's eating and people are starving, if you cook anything, they're gonna smell it from miles away and they're gonna rush right at you to take your food and make you into food. So you're making people a target. It don't make sense what you're saying. If the world's starving and you the only one got food, they gonna know who got the food. That's not gonna last long. So hopefully you got something you ain't gotta cook. You see? And thing is, when people are starving, you can see who ain't starving, so they gonna know what's going on. You're in trouble. You see? So you're making people a target, telling them stock up on food, do these things. That's what the Messiah will tell you to do, this and that. No. The Messiah will take you out of here. But he's telling you staying here. He said you're going nowhere. You see? But then you're asking, well, why did we go through all this? Why God had a great explanation for all this and that and that and that. You know what I'm saying? Well, just read the damn covenant. We went through all this for the greatest part of the planet. The greatest right. We did all this for the greatest right. The greatest land on the planet. You see, Arabia. We was promised the best part of the planet Earth. You see, to go through all these things. And anyway, we went through these things from energy deprivation. We were suffering energy deprivation. The planet was suffering. We were suffering along with it. And that's why we created devils. What you asking questions for? You see? Why do we go through all these things? I don't know why we. We know why we went through these damn things. Don't play around with it. You know exactly what happened. And we was the best ones to do it. We was the ones to do it. There was others that tried. They couldn't do it. We was the ones to do it. You know what I'm saying? We were the ones who had the structure to do it. We did it. Now we're coming out. You see? We are in total submission to Allah, to the will of Allah, meaning that whatever His will is, we do it. You see? So if Adam was given rule, wicked, evil, made to make mischief, shed blood, that was righteous at that time, right? We submitted to Adam, who was going to do all these things that he did. You see? So that was the will of Allah. We submitted. So now the will of Allah is do unto them as done to you. Now we're coming out. We said, come out. You see? Now we're coming out. And we're going to do that. Do what He said. Do unto them as was done to you. You see? But it said we're coming out. So read the covenant. Tell them, read the whole thing. Don't read some pieces and then leave out the rest. Read the whole thing. 13 through 18. Where it tell you where God gave them the land. And it said we're leaving. It said we're coming out with great substance. Me and you are the great substance. You're leaving out. You're the one leaving. America, the fall of America, the end of America. America's going to be done for. And they telling you, enemies telling you stay here. Stay here. Get 6, 7 states. When this place is about to be burnt the hell up. You understand? Uninhabitable. Nuked. Completely. Never to be a nation again. Never to be a nation again. So anything invested in it is destroyed along with yourself. You see? So you see, these people, they're liars. Got you believing the son of a devil is a Messiah. A Caucasian in black skin. Talking about the anointed one. You know, dedicated his whole life to God. He's full of God, full of love. You see? And he realized Elijah Muhammad, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, like the messenger recognized Master Farad Muhammad. He's a damn lie. Yeah, you're a hypocrite, turned hypocrite. He recognized you was going to do that. You sit in his seat, you see? Put yourself above all those called God. All those who are God and called God. All these things. You see? You are the biggest chief demon. Claiming that you speaking to God, that you getting all these things from God. Which we know that's a damn lie. You can speak to God, do all these things to God, but you couldn't even save yourself. You couldn't even save yourself from disembowelment. You're in a wheelchair, wheel bound. You see? Talking about nothing happens about the will of Allah. Well, then what the hell? He allowed that to happen to you? Then man, you got a problem with Allah. You see? So none of this stuff adds up. None of this stuff makes sense. You see? And they just say whatever. Man, they don't even listen to the damn selves. Contradiction after contradiction. You know, damn circus clowns. You know? Damn. Man, our people need help bad. They need this information bad. They need these things bad. Our people's lives depend on it. And here you are putting on a damn show. Trying to build the credibility of a son of a devil. Son of perdition. Son of hell. The fall cause of the nation. The one who betrayed your father. Ishmael. Destroyed the nation. And you helping along with it. Y'all speaking about consequence. Well, yeah, there's going to be some consequence for your ass. You see? Alright, brothers and sisters. Let's get to the topic today. Which is Satan. You see? That's what we're doing here today. To address Satan. That's what they should be doing. Telling you about Satan. Telling you about false Israel. Satan. You see? Attacking and highlighting Satan because that's what's going on right now. What's taking place in the Middle East? What's going on with Satan? You see, revealing him, letting you know that it says what? It says that who is Satan? It tells you it's false Israel in chapters 2 and 3 of Revelations. Verse 9, both chapters. I mean, both chapters. Verse 9, both chapters. Exactly. And it's telling you exactly who Satan is. Right? It says, I am giving out of the synagogue of the Satan, of the ones saying themselves what? Jews. Who's the one claiming to be Jews, right? It's false Israel, right? Okay, it says what? It says, the ones saying themselves Jews to be, and not they are, but they are lying. It says what? Satan. Synagogue of Satan. That they're a synagogue of Satan. They're lying, and there's a synagogue of Satan. Who the ones that have synagogues? False Israel. They're the ones who got synagogues. Right? That's their worshiping centers. It says what? Worshiping centers of what? Synagogues of what? Satan. The ones saying themselves Jews to be, and not they are, but they are lying. And what Jesus said? He said, in the blasphemy out of the ones saying Jews to be themselves, and not they are, but Satan. You see? What did he say? The violation against God out of one saying what? Lying, saying what? The blasphemy out of one saying what? Jews, again, to be themselves and not they are, but Satan. You see? And he talking about good Jews. I mean, right, that's what Farrakhan said, the good Jews. Then you got Ishmael talking about the good Christians. And it says what? It said that none of them are good. It says both Jews and Greeks, they are all under sin. It said, as it is written, there is none that is righteous. No, not one. There is none that understand. They can't. They got different nature. They can't understand. They don't think like we do. There is none that seek after God. They can't have no fear of consequence for their eyes. Have no fear of God. You understand? It says they have all turned aside together, and they are together become worthless. They have all turned aside. They are together become worthless. There is none that does good. No, not so much as one. That's what the scriptures tell you about them, about the devil and Satan, that none of them are good. You see? That they're all wicked, evil, made to make mischief and shed blood. You see? Weak, wicked, went out killing, stealing, destroying, and destroying everything they put their hands on, made a disease impoverished. You see? And Satan is the god of this world, which is false Israel. So everything you see out in it is coming from his mind. That's why it says, as many ones as not are having to teaching this, who knew what? Who knew the things deeper than Satan, that Satan was in disguise. As what? As an angel. But he was Satan. As an angel of light, but he was indeed Satan, who was blinding the minds of those from seeing the truth. You see? He was the one that was projecting his vision on you, projecting what he wanted you to believe, programming you, keeping you within the programming, keeping you in the condition you were in. You see? He's the one that stole our image. Stole the black man and woman of America's image, claiming to be you, but he's not you. You see? That's why I say those who claim to be something they're not. They're not. They're Satan. You see? Because Satan was the Antichrist. And we're the Christ. I mean, he's against us. You see? Because they brought him up around the same time when the Christ was conceived. They were brought to existence around the same time when they found out who we were. We were the gods. They found out that the black man and woman of America was the gods, was God's chosen people. Oh, that's when they brought up false Israel, brought them into existence, established them in 1948, the same time that Jesus was conceived, the Christ, and they're the Antichrist. They're the anti-Semites. You see, they're the ones that's against us, ruining our image, stolen our image, claiming to be modest, great, holy people, claiming to be the spiritual seed. Claiming to be the seed of Abraham, claiming to be the Semite, but they're the anti-Semites. They're the Antichrist. They're against us. Everything they do is totally against you. They're the ones fully invested in the slave trade, fully invested in making fun of you. You see, Al Jolson, blackface, making fun of black people. Then they got the demons to do it, and now look, they got real black characters to play. No more blackface, no real demons that look like original people, looking like damn fools and clowns to discredit you and torture your image and destroy it. So that way, when you go back one day and you find out who you are, and you rise up and you go back to say, hey, he stole my identity, and try to get somebody to believe it so we can get this matter handled. Nobody ever believe you because they turned you into damn clowns, fools, prostitutes, hoes, drug dealers, punks, fags, homosexuals. Ruin your images. You see? Got you wearing clown suits. Got you wearing your pants halfway down your ass. You see? Got all these things going on. Got you out here looking like a damn fool. They did these things on purpose. Got you looking like a savage, uneducated, fools, dummies, idiots. Can't even, you know what I'm saying? Don't have no sense. You understand? But they did these things intentionally because they were stealing your image. So this is what Satan's job is. He's the one control the media, control the mainstream media, control of Hollywood, control what you hear and what you see, controlling you, keeping you conditioned. The one that has you eating things sacrificed to idols in committing fornication, which means taking in bad information and doing other than self from what you're watching and hearing and seeing. It affects your children the same way. They're the ones that's had the demons out in your display, in your eyeball, in your sight. You see, got them as your role models, your examples. You see, the entertainers, the politics, the this, the that, the celebrities, the social media enthusiasts, or whatever. You see, all these people that look like me and you, but they're not us. They're wolves in sheep clothing. They have them out. Those are who Satan put out in front of you. You see, to ruin and torture your image, to brainwash you, to condition you into believing that this is what black is, and this is how you become successful by doing what these blacks do. But they ruining our image. They're making you look foolish. They're making nobody want to be associated with you. They're making the other Africans hate you. You see, from Africa, they don't want nothing to do with you because you're a damn fool. And so they're like, that's not us. They don't want to be associated. You see. So they're doing these things intentional to destroy you. All this is so when they get rid of you, all this is a plan, agenda. So when they get rid of you, no one gives a damn. It's easy to get rid of you. Because no one gave a damn about you. Because look at them, they didn't give a damn about themselves. You see, they was living off everybody, and they were never doing nothing anyway. It was a bunch of lazy niggas that need to be wiped out because they was just sucking up air. That's what they say, right? But that's what they did. That's what they did to us. You see? They did these things. They doing these things intentionally to destroy you. Pushing this American dream is to destroy you. Pushing Christianity is to destroy you. Destroy your mind. Destroy your thinking. Keep you under their level. Keep your level low. Keep your level of thinking lower than theirs to maintain control over you. And that way, and their job is to make you do anything. Do what you want. Do this. Do that. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about this. Don't worry about be whatever you want. Do whatever you want. You know. So you don't have any discipline. Your discipline is your power. Energy times discipline equals power. They know these things. And it said don't give them a vision because then they got somewhere to go. Then you start going the right direction. It said the people without a vision will perish. So then they give you a dream, which is a nightmare. You see? And then they got you pushing their dream, which is the American dream, which is your destruction. You see? So this is all part of Satan's plan. The God of this world. You see? Blinding your minds. Make sure you don't understand. You see, you never see the glorious light, the good news of this here, because you're blind by what Satan is saying. See, blatant. Satan is the one controlling your thoughts, controlling what you view, what you hear, what you see. He's the one making you put up a security wall against hearing good information, because you hearing what he set up for you, and this is what goes. You see, so it says you won't understand the message. You won't have to understand the mission of the message of this message, which is the teaching of this. You see. Which is this, the greatest light for this time, you see? And Satan is the one behind it. Make sure you don't hear it. Make sure you don't. 24/7, you see? Controlling that. Keeping you under that control. Keeping you lost. Keeping you misled. Making sure that they demons feed off you. You see? Feeding. Make sure they keep you within the program. Keep you programmed, you see? With all this Christianity, all this spookism, and all this mystery God, and all this praying. All this stuff make you powerless. They don't have any power. Kill you. Everything they're doing is to kill you. Kill your population, which is power. Population equals power. You see? If they get rid of you, then you're gone. You see? It's, destroy our unity. You know what I'm saying? If we all working the same vision, going the same direction, that's power. You see? Going the same direction, we're going the right direction. In the truth of this time. You see, got our nature, got our mind, got our and we're going in the right direction. That's power. That's unity. It's power in numbers when y'all go in the same direction. You're going in the right direction. That's what they don't want. You see, many hands make light work, make everything much simpler. You see, now we got, they don't want you to have a nation. They don't want you to learn how to be producers. They don't want you to learn all these things. They want you to stay consumers, having to rely on other people. They don't want you to do for self. And that's why they brought in Farrakhan, Chief Demon, Legion, Leech. You see, Bloodsucker. You know what I'm saying? Sucking the nation dry, robbing God and his nation. That's why he was cursed with a curse, with a visible flame for all eyes to see, called disembowelment, for a liar and a coward and a punk. You see? And he's also the son of Satan. You see, his father's a Portuguese Jew. You see? Who raped his mother. And she tried to abort him 3 times. You see, he's nothing special. Son of a devil. You see? He can't believe his luck. He got over the Nation of Islam. That's why he's running this game. But his time is coming up. It said the accuser of our brother be casted down. And he's telling them that they're wicked. They're evil. They're sinful. That's what they were saying today. Oh, they're sinful. Oh, you're wicked. We all wicked. Oh, they said, you see? He said our people are blessed. You see, that's what Satan did. Because he took our image, right? And that's why American Britain established false Israel to change the view of how they mind, the perception of their mind, and it's their balance, make them feel better about themselves by bringing false Israel to existence. Because now it said curse those who curse Israel. So they were cursing Israel. So guess what they did? They created Israel, which is false Israel. And now they bless Israel. Now they're blessed. So now they can justify why they did what they did to you. Because God hated you. He cursed you black. He cursed you to be slaves forever, for eternity. He hated you himself. So guess what we can do to you? We can do whatever we want to you. Because you're cursed. You're nothing. You're this. You're that. You see? You're sinful. You're wicked. You're evil. You see? You're the demons. You're the devils. But they're the real ones. That's why they had to create all these things. Hit you up with all these damn lies and deception. And all these web of lies. Web of lies. Darkness. Total darkness. You see? To manipulate our people 24/7. Make it seem like you're the one. You're messed up. You see? It's all Satan's objective. This is his task, to get rid of you. You see, because they had to get rid of you, because you're the consequence of their actions. Because if you ever rise up, they coming down. So in order for them to stay lifted up, they got to keep you down and stay lifted up. Because if you come up, they got to come down. You understand? That's why they're gonna keep pushing this lie. They're gonna keep acting like they're you. They're gonna keep torturing your image. These things gonna get worse. You see, because their time is up, so they're going to be fighting even harder. They're going to be lying even harder. The violence is going to get even worse. Things are going to get intense. They're going to intensify because that's what happens right before someone dies. Right before they die. You see? Right before they go out. You see? They're going to fight their hardest. You understand? If you choking somebody out, they kicking and scratching and every damn thing trying to fight for their life. That's what they're doing now. They going at it, you see, trying to live, trying to fight, trying to get the last breath in. They're going to be fighting. You understand? So it's going to get worse before they actually go out. You see? So like it says, it's in clear Revelations, which is the 7 churches, chapters 2 and 3, verse 9, both chapters. Synagogue of Satan. Ones claim to be Jews, but they're not. It's Satan. The blasphemy of one saying Jews be themselves and not they are, but Satan. You see? So it's clear on who Satan is. False Israel. There's more indications. See? False Israel. It says it in the name. False, phony, fake, not real, not true. False means false. False Israel is not real. Real is spelled wrong. Right? It's another indication that they're not who they claim to be. You see? The A and the E, these two vowels should be flipped. Anything that's real should be spelled R-E-A-L. Israel. Which they're not. It says they are Satan. Okay, right here it says Jewish. They wish they were Jews. But they're not. It says they're what? It says that they're Satan. You see? They're Satan. That's what it says. So you can desire or hope for something to happen and wish and pray and wish money grow on trees and all that. And you see, but nothing has ever come into existence from wishing and praying and hoping. And you see, so they wish that they were Jews. But it says what? That even Satan would disguise himself as angel of light, but he was indeed Satan, the one saying himself Jews to be, and not he was, but he was a liar. You see, lying and saying that he was Jew, but he was not. He was Satan. You see, so they wish they were. You see, but they're Satan. And then you got the suffix word ish, which means not exactly, kind of, somewhat, sort of, like mankind, kind of like a man, Jewish, not really Jew, not really a Jew, not really Jewish. You see, sort of Jew, something like a Jew. You see, like the image of something. If it's an image of something, it's not it. You see, because the image of it is either the real deal, or an image. The image means not it. It's just a picture of it. It's not it. You see, so they're not it. They're Satan. You see, and the word Jew came from the word Judah, which is the original tribe, African tribe, Levite tribe, priest tribe, original. You see, and they wish they were original, but it says what? Jesus said what? Their father's the devil. You see, so they're not. They wish that they were the tribe of Judah. They wish they were original, but their father's the devil. They're Satan. You see? So it's really just that simple, brothers and sisters. Satan, false Israel, God's so-called chosen people who were established in 1948 to counter our claim because they found out who we were. So they guess what they did? They brought these people into existence. You see? To counter our claim, to rob our nation, to steal our birthright, see, to hide themselves from being discovered as wicked devils who would torment and torture God's people. You see, so Satan's not who he claims to be. He's false. He's wicked, evil. You see, wicked, sick, and that's exactly what's being exposed all around the world right now. What's going on in Gaza? You see, he's showing his true colors because their time is limited. You see, which has to do with the covenant, which is another thing they don't fit. But they claim to be Semites. They claim to be God's chosen people, right? So they should be able to fit these things without no problem. But they don't. You know, and I always run through it every time. But damn it, they don't fit the description. It's simple. It says God's talking to Abraham. He said, "Know of it surely that thy seed." They're not the seed of Abraham, they're the seed of the devil. And it says, "Sojourners in land is not theirs." Well, they claim to have been in Egypt, delivered out of Egypt, and went to Palestine. Well, that's next door. That's not a land that's not theirs. That's next door. That's across the street. That's like going from Kansas to Missouri. You see, that's next door. It's easy to be from Kansas and go to Missouri when you stay close by each other. You see, it's easy to go from one town to the next. You see, that's next door. That's easy. That's simple. You see, that's not a strange land. It's not a foreign land. That's right down the street. That's right across the street. That's right over there. You see, so this is another indication that they don't fit the description, because for it to be foreign or strange or a land that's not theirs, it had to go from east to west or west to east. You see, so that's nothing. And it also said what? That they will serve them and they will be afflicted for 40 years. That they will go through servitude and affliction for 40 years. They went through the Holocaust for 5 to 6 years, right? And then God had a conversation with them and said, "The truth shall set you free." And they said, "What do you mean by this truth? We were never in bondage to any man." So then they told on themselves that they was never in servitude. And on top of that, they went through the Holocaust for 4 to 5, 6 years. Well, see, this is another indication they're not who they claim to be. You understand? It's simple. And it says what? Also, the nation whom they serve will I judge. So why were they the ones being judged when the plague came? When the 400 years came, and then the judgment came. 1619, 2019, 2020, the year of judgment. The plague that would kill the firstborn, meaning the elderly, would pass over those with the lamb's blood, which it didn't pass over them. It passed over Africa, pass over Haiti, which they have the same DNA as us. Pass over them, which means pass over us. We still here talking today. It passed over us. The original black men and women of America, not those demons, not the half devil, half man, masses, children. They were dropping like flies, but the original black people here were fine. We were doing good. You see, it was passing over us, but it didn't pass over them, which is a clear indication that they were the ones doing all these things. They were the ones that was enslaving and afflicting the seed of Abraham, because it didn't pass over these devils. He didn't pass over Satan. Didn't pass over false Israel. Didn't pass over America, Britain. Didn't pass over these Caucasian nations. They were hit because they're guilty, and they knew that their time was limited because they were taught Exodus out the womb. They knew exactly what time we were in. So they trying to backtrack and claim like the Bible was past tense because they're trying to make these things seem like they already happened to deceive you and manipulate you and mislead you and confuse you so they can destroy you. But we're living out the scriptures. We're living out Exodus. We're living out the Revelations. We're living out the end of all books. You see? We're living out this time. You see? And that's another thing. It says they shall come out with great substance. So come out. They already claimed they came out, which is a lie. You see? They should be coming out now after 400 years. But they already came out. They already went to Palestine, right? But then God told you, he said that he would give them the land. But did that happen? No, they took the land from the Palestinians. They oppressed them and murdered them and took their land. Oppressed them for 70 plus years. And you see? And now, you see? They didn't wait on God to bless them. They blessed themselves. And then on top of that, they sit in the wrong land. Because God said he'd give them the land. He said, unto thy seed I have given this land from the river of Egypt unto the great river, the river Euphrates. And if you look at that on the map in the Middle East, you will see exactly what those coordinations is. The coordinations lead up to Arabia, Great Arabia. So they should be sitting in Great Arabia, but they're sitting in little Palestine. So they're sitting in the wrong land, which is another indication that they're not who they claim to be. They're false. They're liars. You see? They're Satan. You see? So they're not who they claim to be. And their actions is showing the same thing. It said, know a tree by the fruit it bears. Know them by their works. And what they're doing to Gaza, what they're doing to the Palestinians right now is an abomination of desolation. You understand? Abomination is causing disgust and hate worldwide, causing people to be upset and hate and cause disgust and hatred towards the Israelis, which is Satan. See? Because their actions aren't matching up with their image anymore. They're showing their true colors. Their propaganda is backfiring. Now everybody's exposed. They're exposed, and everybody see them for who they really are. Monsters. You see? They're destroying their people. Blowing up innocent women and children. Blowing up children. Killing babies. You understand? Starving and killing children. You see? Yeah, it sounds like the works of Satan, or it sounds like the works of Jesus. Satan. You see? And look at all this. This is what God's so-called chosen people are doing. Destroying the Palestinians. Committing genocide on them. Look at them. Look at all this destruction. He's looking for his family, his loved ones. Looking for his wife. You see? Looking for his family. Look at all this chaos. It's supposed to be God's so-called chosen people that did these things. Committing genocide. Killing Palestinians, killing civilians, the women and children. Majority of the women and children, they're killing majority of the women and children. Satan. Cruelty. Starving them out. Putting them under siege. Preventing them from getting water and food. Dehydrating them out. Making them malnutrition, starving them to death. Complete cruelty. See? It's supposed to be God's chosen people. They say. But this looks like the works of what? Satan. Look at this picture. Let's blow it up. Bam. Do this look like the works of God, the works of Jesus? Or is it like the works of Satan, who's the God of this world? Look at this mother and her child. Look at this boy, starving to death, can't even move. You see? Look at this. Look at these injured children, hurt mothers, daughters, women, destroyed, miserable, oppressed, starved, hungry. You see? Abomination. This is an abomination of desolation. The destruction of the Palestinians genocide, causing hatred. Abomination is causing hatred and disgust and desolation is their destruction. They're destroying the Palestinians. This is the greatest sign of our time right now. The destruction of the Palestinians. You see, because that consequence that they're doing will backfire on them. Say all things will fail. Say they inherit what they say and they do. And these things is what's going to backfire on them. These things are going to happen to them, which is justice. You see? So this is what's coming their way. You see? And look at this. A starved boy. 10-year-old boy. Staple. He was a staple of what's taking place over there. Look what they're doing. Starving out children. Killed the boy. Look at him. Look like a damn skeleton. You see? And this is what so-called God's chosen people is doing. The works of Satan. So, like I said, they hear what they say and do. You see? And they're going out. They're more violent than ever. The anti-Semitism as highest has ever been in history. You see? And this is what your so-called God's chosen people are doing. This is what they're doing. You see? Which is showing who they are. Monsters. You see? Just like America. And they all work together. They all have to. They have to back Gaza. They got to back Israel because they're worse than Israel. You understand? They did worse than Israel. So they got to back them up. And they wouldn't built that image. So they got to, in the world is structured around that idea. So they got to keep this lie going to keep everything, you see, functioning. Oh, to hell with it. You know what I'm saying? So they don't give a damn what they did. You see? And they got to back it. They don't want to supply them with the material to destroy them. You see? They don't want arming them. They the ones keeping them, funding them, financing them to destroy Israel. Destroy Gaza. You see? So this will be the most right, this is a great sign of our time because what you see going on over there is about to happen to Israel, which would be the sign for when it says, when you see Jerusalem being surrounded by armies, know that this destruction is near. See? Because it said they don't inherit what they do and what they say. So they about to go under siege. They about to be starved out. They about to be no food, no water, no heat, no this, no that. They about to commit genocide on them. You see? Because it's an imminent war about to take place with Iran and false Israel. And Iran's going to win the war. They're going to defeat false Israel. They're going to destroy them. And that's when it says, when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, know that its destruction is near. Who controls Jerusalem? Jerusalem is the capital of what? False Israel is, which means they're going to be destroyed. Not redeemed, not punished, but destroyed. And that proves that they're not the true seed of Abraham. Because it says what? Once God put them in their land, they are not to be uprooted or removed. So if that happens, then that means that that's an abomination of desolation. That's not supposed to happen. Abomination, that's not supposed to happen. Desolation is their destruction. They said that's not supposed to happen. They're supposed to be God's chosen people. So when that happened, they revealed as Satan. You see? And who are you? You have second claim to being the seed of Abraham. So that means what? Now, that's going to send shockwaves through the planet because the world is structured around the idea that false Israel is God's chosen people. So when that happened, that people are going to go nuts because that's how their mind work. That was the ideology of this reality. This is how they function. That was their safety net, their peace, their kumbaya, or whatever the hell. That was what kept them copacetic. It was their piece of their therapy, part of their mental balance, their beam of balance, that walk of glory. Making them feel holy and sweet and good. The spiritual seed of Abraham, righteous, good people, made them blessed. They were blessed. You see? And now they find out that you are God's chosen people. And it says, curse those who curse Israel. And they find out that instantly they curse. And they're going straight to hell. And their forefathers and mothers are not in heaven. And they're in hell. And that's where they're on their way to. And that's when it says that they're going to destroy you. They're going to kill you. And that's why it's telling you, right, that's why this would be the greatest sign, because it's telling you to flee. It says when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, it says flee, 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 flee. Because when they find out who you are, they can't let that idea spread. They can't allow that idea to spread. They're gonna come kill you. It's gonna trigger the attack of all blacks. You see? And that's why our people need to know this sign, because when you see Jerusalem surrounded by army, when you see them going into siege, it say, get out of there. Start to move out. Get out of their suburbs. Get out of their communities. Get out of neighborhoods. Get out of bed with them. If you're in bed with them, you're in trouble. It tell you to get away from them. Get out of their communities. Get into the inner city where your people are, because we're going to gather up and we're going to become a great army, because they're going to come against you, and we got the tools to give you to go against them. You understand? But if you don't, it says you'll lose your life. You see? That's why it says flee, flee, flee. You see? It's telling you to get the hell away from them, because they're going to kill you. Because now you're the one that's causing all this destruction and hell for them and turmoil. They find out that it's you. They're going to get the call that it's you. That you the consequence of their actions. You see? That you're the personification of their judgment. Meaning that you are the judgment. They cut your tongue out, right? And now you're here to cut their tongue out. It says, do unto them as was done to you. And now you're here to do it. And they find out that you're the reason. And they got to get rid of you to get rid of that. They got to get rid of you, which is the evidence. And so they think getting rid of you is getting rid of consequence. However, that's not how it works. There still be due consequence that come in another form. But that don't mean that's going to stop them from trying to kill you. You understand? That's why I said you blind guys. You basically, you kill a gnat, but you swallow a camel. They don't even realize what they do. They just do. They do. And don't think about the consequence. They had no fear of God before their eyes. They don't think about consequence. They just do. They do. They just think they can get rid of everything by killing it. Kill, 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 kill. That's how they think. They think quick. Stupid. They don't think deep enough. They can't. They don't have the structure to do it. They have the mind to do it. They weren't designed for that. You see? They were designed to sustain society while we were going through energy deprivation. You see? They were here to sustain society for that time of energy deprivation, because they were grafted people who were designed to have. They didn't require a lot of energy, so they had a lot of disposable energy to run a civilization, to run reality, a society, and keep things up and going. It was a wicked one, but dirty water was better than no water. But their time is up now, you see? But that don't stop them from coming at you and trying to kill you, because they don't want their time to be up. They want it to last a little longer. They want to go forever. They want to become immortal. They want to do this. They want to bring in a mechanical reality. They want to take out your biological reality. It's totally against you. Their job is to get rid of you completely, take you out of existence. Everything they do is against you 100%. This whole reality is against you 100%. You understand? So it said our people are lost from the lack of knowledge. Lost from the lack of knowledge of what? That once false Israel is destroyed by Iran and taken out, completely destroyed, it says that it's going to trigger the attack of all blacks. And that's why it says flee. You see? Flee, flee, flee. Don't go back to get your baby. So with that being said, brothers and sisters, false Israel is going to be destroyed and our people are going to be in danger. And they're going to attack you, destroy you, wipe you out. That's the agenda. And if you want to be successful, you must get out of their communities before false Israel is destroyed. When you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, that's the sign to start to get into the inner cities. And you have to upload this information. Get your protection, your 5 mathematical pillars. You see, start to become familiar with these things and start to become familiar with the Abraham covenant, your vision. Warn your brothers and sisters. Tell them what's going on. Tell the sisters that their way is paved with gold, because they did their job. They kept us alive. So they're getting out of here. When the God come back to deliver the elect in the message of the covenant, before the tribulations, they're not going through that. Her and the children, they're out of here. So you tell the sister she's paid, her way is paved with gold, and we thank her dearly, and we're going to make sure we restore her name and her honor, and we're going to set these things right. You see, put her back on a pedestal where she belonged, never to be touched again. Not a hair on her head, and they got us messed up. You understand? But her way is paved with gold. She's good. She's getting out of here, and tell them, make sure they get in contact with those prophetess, those sisters, and they're going to bring them up to speed to move them on to the next reality, get them out of here. And they don't have to go through that. But the brother's going through tribulations. But you still, if you hesitate, you won't even make it that far to even be in a position to get, you see, if you don't ever gather up in the inner cities and do these things, if you don't ever flee, or if you get what I'm saying, you got to get to that position first to start getting this information, getting your nature, getting these things, start knowing who you are, knowing who your enemies are, getting these things in order, and start to invest in it to get ready to go home and start warning and lifting up your people and gathering them up and becoming a great army and doing exploits during this time of tribulations where you have to go back in to be purified as gold or silver. because our people are silver, but the gold is the one that was delivered. So we got to be like gold to be the return. We couldn't return back a blind elephant. So we had to go through this purification process. So you 80, you need 20 to go home. You 70, you need 30 to go home. 60, you need 40 to go home. So on and so forth. You had to be 100% to return home. So the brothers, lace your boots up. And then it also said, do unto them as was done to you. So you have to leave out of here. And it said, happy is the one who take the infant by his leg and bash that baby head into the wall. Boom. Blow their brains out. You see, had no remorse, no mercy, no remorse for them. These devils, you can't have an inch of love for them. No type of sorry feeling or sympathy or empathy or whatever the hell. You understand? 100% understand exactly what's going on and move forward. Be able to move forward in time and be in sync with time. You see? You see? And we're going to war. It's war time. You see? War is war. They made war with us, and now they gonna realize that they made the biggest mistake in their life. So with that being said, brothers and sisters, I'm gonna bring this to a close. Thank you for listening to me. Assalamu alaikum.